Nope, don't need my phone. Kimmy! Kimmy! We're starting. There she is.
We started.
Huh?
You did start.
Yes, I did start. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Well, every bit of amazing.
But my mouth is on. Oh wait, my mouth is on fire.
My mouth is on fire.
I was just brushing my teeth.
My mouth is on fire.
I was brushing my teeth because I don't know if you've done the reset or not, but there is a dish called the Moroccan carrot salad. We can handle a lot of heat, but since we haven't had any in the last couple of weeks because of this, it really affected me tonight. So yeah,
that stuff is good, but
it's hot.
Yeah, it's very spicy, and with all the cayenne, of course. Then again, I could have added a little bit of extra, but
you did. Yeah. You did. Makes sense. It's like the sun shining in between us.
Yeah. Okay.
Be over there.
Scooch over. Yeah.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Your head. I'm not sure
Sorry.
if I want you that close to me.
Okay.
Bite me.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. There we go.
It's all about what we say, not about what we do.
Yeah. But you taught me about how. There we go. There we go. Now.
At least we're on time. We're on time, right?
Yeah.
Is it still messing up?
It's okay.
All right, so we're going to talk about
Here we go.
confessions.
Confessions, yes. This is something that I woke up this morning. You know, we've been having our Bible study / reading time every single morning.
Meditation.
Meditation time, just our time, yes. And it's been very good. I've really enjoyed it. And, you know, we started it on day 1 of the Ultimate Reset, and we started a plan, a 21 days of powerful change. And then,
which you can find on your YouVersion Bible app if you have it.
Yes, and all you got to do is grab your
smartphone
or your smartphone. Okay, that's funny. So now. But something that keeps on occurring to us is confessions, you know, because when you embark on something, any type of a journey, right? Let's just say open-minded, a journey, because what we're on is a 21-day journey.
We live in a journey, yes.
Yes, we're living a journey, but your life is made up, from what I'm seeing, of so many in such a little time, because we're on this earth for what, hardly any time. Yeah,
we're done.
Could be right now. Who knows? But the main goal is always being honest with yourself and confessing your weaknesses, confessing your strengths, and confessing your life. Because, you know, something, and I'm going to come out of the screen right here. I'm going to be still. I've just got to have my leg propped up. It's how nice and cozy. But before we really get deep, I want to see how y'all are doing, okay? And I'm going to go straight up Tennessee, y'all. How are y'all doing? You know, if you're watching right now, go ahead and post in the event page that we created on Facebook if that's how you're seeing us. We're on Facebook if you're watching us, and you haven't posted in the event page, which is totally cool, or if you're seeing this on down the road, go ahead and friend us on Facebook. You can find me by Richard Neal 25.
IP90X. That's what I did. IP90X. Facebook.com, IP90X.
Or simply KnR Fitness. You know, it's that easy. So you can find us through Facebook. That's where we are primarily at. And we want to know how you're doing. You know, shoot us a message after you get done shoot us a message after you get done watching this video, so that way we can know exactly how you're doing.
You are Tennessean. Okay, keep going.
And so that's it. You know, these talks are unscripted. There's nothing. We have them every single week, every Wednesday, 7 p.m.
Yeah, someone asked me today. They're like, "Are you going to start telling us ahead of time?" So just so you know, it really is every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We just like to make you know an hour beforehand, just to remind you. But they are really, and it is on the website every Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
It is probably best if we start like.
It probably is, but this is us. So this is kind of how we do things sometimes.
Yeah, we record them so that way, you know, they're always on YouTube. They're always on knrfitness.com, and you can watch them anytime, even if you feel like, oh, I missed that. I can't help it. I missed it. But I
or you're just really bored and need a laugh.
Or you're just really bored and you need a laugh.
I hope you're laughing, by the way. Or we feel pretty stupid.
I don't know. Okay. I am here.
You have to remember, we haven't had protein in the last couple of days, so we really don't even know what we're doing right now.
So we're going back to all of those that are just tuning in who are viewing right now. We have been doing a 21-day reset, okay? And that's where we are completely detoxing our bodies of all the funk, all the grime, all the toxins, all the crap that we ingest, inhale, and drink into our bodies every day.
And even, I mean, he says all the crap, but really just even for me especially, all the supplements that I've taken through doing my training, a lot of that stuff. I had some hard times the first week and couldn't figure out what was going on with me, but I don't know that it was from the supplements, but it was just the fact that, you know, we do put a lot of things that aren't really natural into our bodies, and those things have to come out. But we are feeling better. We talk about it every day, how we're feeling, and
so it was steroids.
No, it was not. No, and Sagi would get on to you for saying that. So no, it was not.
It wasn't steroids. I was joking.
No, but really, it's good to take a break from everything, which I talked about just earlier on the Curtis Harwell Fit Talk radio show, was that it's good to take some downtime and take a break. That way you can just kind of step back and just reevaluate and actually kind of get to know yourself again. And which is a little bit of what we're going to talk about when we talk about confessions too. Him and I sat down today, and we were talking about just observing where we're at now as opposed to where we were just 3 weeks ago in our lives, which we're very busy. And a lot of you know, because you'll send us messages and you'll say, I know you're busy, and we were busy. But the thing is, sometimes we can just become a busybody, and that's not actually healthy or beneficial for us. And so this break for us has really been good because it's allowed us a chance to just step back and just to kind of get to know not just each other, but get to know ourselves too.
Yeah. Well, because sometimes you can be too busy if, let's say, for instance, you're trying to avoid something. You're trying to really face something specific within your life, you know, if you're really struggling with something, because you face yourself really, because that's what we're talking about is, you know, confessing and being open and honest within yourself and acknowledging what action in your life do you have to take to be able to make a change, because the reason you're feeling the way you're feeling, there's got to be an answer to that question. So why am I feeling this way? And that's a good question to start with. Why? Why am I feeling this way? Write it down on a piece of paper. Or you may know it right off the tip of your tongue, and you say, you know what? I'm struggling in this part of my life because, you know, I'm overweight and I'm struggling, but I keep on eating and I keep on eating and I keep on eating. Are you eating to avoid something else, or is there something else, like something painful going on within yourself that you have to kind of face and acknowledge? You know, something that I had to kind of face and acknowledge was that I had to embrace a new life. Like, for instance, you know, when my weight loss happened, so many good things have happened. There's been there hasn't been one negative thing that's ever happened in my life. I've just learned lessons throughout my journey. That's it. And one thing that I have learned that I've had to face and acknowledge, because when you're going through, say, for instance, a weight loss journey like I did, um, you are a new person sometimes, but those new people that are in your life, whether it be friends, family, spouse, as you're changing, as you're developing, they can say, you know what, Richard, you've changed. You're not the same person you used to be. Well, of course I'm not the same person I used to be. Well, you just seem more self-centered, you know? You seem more all about yourself. All you care about is working out, eating the right food. You can't be perfect, Richard. You can't be. That's impossible. And I actually took those things to heart. Or somebody saying, you know what, Richard's got this big head now. All he cares about is the spotlight. All he cares about is himself, talking about himself, and focusing on himself. Well, you know what? I wish I could say that that's true, even though, yes, good looks are hard to come by. But, joking. But I had to, honestly, that's one of the confessions that I had to face. I put that label on myself. I said, you know what? Well, if all these people are sitting there and telling you that you're this way, well, then maybe you are. Then I started to feel that way. Then I started to make different actions of feeling really bad about myself, even though something deep down inside of me knew I wasn't that person. But there was an event that had occurred that I can't really discuss right now. It's not right for me to discuss right now because there are too many people involved in this event. That had happened to where it broke me as a person. It broke who I was because I felt it defined me. This specific label defined me. And a lot of people say, well, Richard, he lost all his weight, won all of his money, and now first thing he's going to do is, kick off everything, his past, and wipe his feet clean and start with a new life. Let me fix this misunderstanding a little bit, because sometimes, unless you know what you're talking about, sometimes in life, when you wake up in the morning and you know who you are, you know what you stand for, and you know what you're about, you know what you believe in, you know what you're obsessed over, you know what you have faith in, and then you wake up the following morning and those other people that had already put this label on you, that didn't know who you are because they didn't want to take the time to get to know you, they didn't want to take the time to really acknowledge that you were a new man, that you were a new person and new skin. Well, not necessarily, because I never had skin surgery, and you can tell the masses that. But I'm coming to a point here, right? So as I told you the story about the scorpion and the frog last week, okay? And this week, it's all about, it's about the farmer and seeds, reaping the harvest. You can, try to get a leg up on the competition and say, you know what, I'm going to plant my seeds 2 weeks early so that way I can harvest 2 weeks early. And, well, if the season's not quite right, then eventually those seeds are going to be planted on hollow ground and it's not going to get enough water, therefore they're not going to grow. You're just going to have to replant and regrow when it's time to replant and regrow. And every farmer knows that. There's a season for every time, every harvest that you set. You know, I'm growing up on a farm. I know this. There's only a specific time, a short window that you're only allowed to set and plant specific items, things that you want to harvest, whether it be a garden or strawberries or whatever the case may be. So my point being is always confessing and keeping the communication forward when the time is right, because if you feel something and you know something in your heart that you have to talk about, then get it out. Face it right then and there. And if there are others who don't necessarily agree with you for planting your seeds 2 weeks early, then all you can do is have faith that one day that they will understand that sometimes you're not always right about everything, but you are always entitled a second chance to replant your seeds, to reap your harvest, therefore creating new life. So long story short, get real with yourself. Why do you want to change? What is going on inside you that you have to really let out and just let go? You're not that person anymore. You're not going to be this 450-pound individual anymore, because there's something inside of you that just wants to let go. And all you have to do is put action into it. Okay? Because if you think it and then you speak it, because your words turn into actions, you've got to speak it. Say, I'm going to lose 200 pounds in 1 year. I'm speaking from a weight loss perspective, okay? Because that's where I can relate to. She can relate to a totally different aspect. That's why we're perfect as a team. And that's why we are meant to be a team. So I will tell you this. No matter what season in life you are in, you have always got to remember to keep planting seeds every single day, because one day those seeds will grow a harvest, because they may not sprout right now, but if you keep watering them, they will soon grow. It's just like working out. If you work out every day, you burn fat. You burn fat, you get skinny or healthy. It's not about getting skinny. It's the same concept. So excuse my parables. Yeah. So I'm gonna enough jabbering on with me.
I think that we just also have to remember, as he says, to put action behind it. We have to think about, you're putting action behind it, but also what are your motives, right? Because we talked a lot about that this week. Because, for instance, myself, as we talked this morning, my breaking point today was knowing that I have been a very busy person and constantly going after my goals and constantly trying to reach my goals and just wanting to be the very best. I told him, I said, all I wanted to do was be my best. Maybe I'm not better than anybody else, but I want to be my best. But the thing is, when we're doing that, you do have to think about your motives. And you got to remember, too, that it's okay to be vulnerable. Because as I'm trying to be my best, I'm constantly putting on that mask or that strength, that strong, everybody sees me as being someone who's really strong, and that's true. But the thing is, it also comes from me not trusting people, me not trusting other people. So where my motives look really good, I look like I'm doing this for the right reason, but sometimes we can do things and we can keep busy and we can maybe even abuse our workouts, which can become idols, and we're doing that because we really are just trying to cover up. One of my things, everybody knows I had a lot of success with Body Beast during my first round. And a lot of you know that during my first round, I was also going through a divorce then. So I was really successful because I was really covering up a lot. I was totally ignoring life. I was totally ignoring the pain that I was feeling inside. I was ignoring the hurt that I was feeling. And the only way I knew to not feel it was to continue to just push forward. I'm not going to say I came to a breaking point because I really haven't come to a breaking point from that. But I do know that in these last 17 days that we've been doing the reset, that I stopped because I finally stopped working out. First of all, I stopped and I looked at myself for a chance, for a change. I wasn't seeing this person who was trying to achieve a goal. I wasn't looking at this person who was just pushing forward because I saw the prize at the end. I just saw me, and I really saw a broken me. I saw a person who had neglected her own feelings. And I talk a lot about how we matter and how, you're worthy, all these things, and those things are so true. But if you don't even know yourself, then how do you know these things? And so I think it's important that we do put action, and we do, we put the action behind everything he says, right. But most of all, check your motives.
Yes.
Because a lot of you are in a transformation stage right now. A lot of you all are changing the outward. I am so passionate about what's going on inside of you because I know personally my transformation had everything to do with the inside, more to do with the inside than what was outward. It looks like there was a great transformation, but nobody has any idea of what I went through inside. So when you're putting that action forth, remember that check your motives, see what's going on, see why you're doing this. Why are you really pushing so hard? Can you afford to take a break and maybe analyze your heart for a little bit? And maybe start transforming your heart. That way, whenever you do get to the other side, or when your harvest does start to reap, then you've really got something beautiful to show for it instead of just a bunch of broken leaves.
Because have you ever received something? Like, have you ever wanted something so bad and you worked so hard to get it and you got to the end and you said, this is all there is? Really? I mean, that's it. Because I will still say this to this day. Yes, I won $100,000 doing the Beachbody Challenge. Yes, I'm the Beachbody Challenge winner of 2012. But that is not why I lost the weight. That is not why I decided to change my life. Why I really decided to change my life was first, so I could get healthy, so I could live past 30. So one day I could actually be able to have kids, and I did. Of course, that's amazing. I've got a beautiful baby boy named Brady. He's gorgeous. And then so many people come up to me and say, Richard, I'm going to be on stage next year. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be on stage. I'm going to be getting that big check, and I'm going to be doing this. You want to check your motives at the door. Because if your motives aren't right, then you won't succeed and it won't feel the same. Because I promise you, when you're left all alone there at the end, and it's just you holding a check, but yet you pushed everybody else away out of your life to be able to get that check, to reap that harvest, then that is when you're going to have some serious confession time and help, because you will feel lonely. So the best possible thing to do whatsoever is always checking your motives, keeping your why. I have said this from as long as I could possibly remember, is focus on your why. Why are you really doing this? But my why was first so I could get healthy. My second was if I could impact one individual, just one individual, through my transformation, through me deciding to change myself, if I could just impact one person, and I died right today, I would be able to die the happiest man in the world, because I know I died doing exactly what I was put on this earth to do. And I do mean that from my heart. And because, like we will continuously say, we've been through so much reflection in the past week, so much. and we've been face to face in a lot of demons. A lot of demons. And, we had such a beautiful time with Fumi and her beautiful dinner that we had. And I'm not going to go into depth about that. That was a very intimate moment that we all had in her home. Intimate moment. Don't be thinking three's a party, okay? Don't be thinking that. Get that out of your mind. But we had a very intimate moment at a party at her house.
And Fumi is actually the producer of the movie that we're in, so that I know you're talking about.
And Fumi is the executive producer. Princess, yes.
You label her
She's
right.
Gorgeous. Princess Fumi is the executive producer of Sentimental Value. That's the movie that she created. That's her dream, and being able to share that dream with her is bar none an honor within my life. And I learned some great lessons, because it's amazing when you take that step of faith. I said I was going to lose 200 pounds in 1 year. There are people that have lost a lot more weight than 200 pounds in 1 year. But until I really feel I would really feel that I've impacted at least one person. Very first person, and that's it.
In case y'all don't know, I was the first person that called when he advertised the Fit Club, so that's actually how we met.
Yes.
Yes. People who don't know.
Yeah, that's how we originally met, and so understand that you have to get real with yourself, and because life can be fun, life can be amazingly fun, but it can be amazingly painful carrying around baggage that is unnecessary to carry, because all you have to do is put a little bit of action behind it, behind your words and behind your thoughts, because your thoughts turn into words, and your words turn into actions, and then vice versa, right back around, because you have to adapt to change when change comes into your life. It's the circle of life. You can't just sit in a hole on the couch in front of your TV and not expect life to change. Life is going to change no matter what. It's what you do with that change is where it matters the most. So unless you focus and you see this change within yourself, then if you feel like you need to change, then change. Because if you don't know the steps to make that change, then seek some help. Seek a coach, any type of coach. You could come to Kim, you could come to me, whoever you feel comfortable. There's 1.5 million other coaches that you can possibly find. There's all kinds of personal development books. There's a really good one that Tony Horton just came out with.
I know this guy that's in there too.
Tony Horton. What was the name of that book again?
The Big Picture.
The Big Picture, yes.
The Big
Picture. And it's 11 laws. And
read the introduction. Richard's in it. Just saying.
I'm very blessed and honored to be featured in the book, it's an amazing honor, because Tony Horton is
Tony Horton.
For you. 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your woman on the floor. Gotta get up.
Okay,
to get
don't
down.
know that. Don't know that.
Gotta get up to get down.
Don't know that.
1. So I know we've given you a lot of information, a lot to take in. So how can we tie all this up?
Yeah, well, the main thing, like I said, this was about confession through your journey, because you are in a journey, and we want you to keep it real with yourself. We're keeping it real with you guys. Make sure you're keeping it real with yourself, because we don't want you to get to the other side and have to sit there and reflect and say, wow, what did happen at that time? Yeah. Who am I now? Because we said it today, we love life. Gosh, we love life so much. And we're like, we just want to be happy. That's all. And we realized, wow, well, we were working out, we were eating, we were working out, we were eating, those things are good, But just like food, in moderation. So don't put anything before the things that matter most. So you figure out what it is that matters most to you. And just like you said, it is a circle of life, and things do change. People do change. But I'm going to tell you, if you're in a relationship, change together. Yes. Try to change together. Talk. Communicate. We have got...
Confess to each other.
We have got the most amazing communication skills because we just talk all the time. And that's what it's about. If you can sit there and you can talk to your partner or whatever or whoever, do it, because you're going to save yourself a lot of grief if you can tell each other how you're changing, yes, why you're doing this. Because it doesn't mean that other person's not going to like you. It just means you're doing a little bit of something different. You know what? Maybe that person wants to do something different too. So y'all talk about it.
Maybe they want to go to an art class, yeah, versus going to the gym.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a give and take. You can't take everything and expect everything to go just your way. So if you've got a selfish spirit on you, if you got that selfish nature, get rid of it.
Yeah.
We're supposed to give. We're supposed to be servants to other people. So it's not all about ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
You do matter. You do deserve the best, but so do they.
Exactly. And that's including your kids, your friends, and people who really truly support you, and you know they support you 110%, and not just trying to tell you how to live your life, because there's a lot of other people out there that think they know how to live life and will tell you flat out how to live it, and all you can do is smile and say, well, thank you for your input, I love you for that, but I'm grown and I can make my own decisions.
But that comes right back to also to be humble, because there are times when we might not agree with what someone says, but you know what? Silence is sometimes just the best thing. Yeah. It's sometimes just not, it's best just to not say a word and to be humble and just to let them form their own opinion, and you keep doing, and you just bless them for that.
That's very true. That is very true. And I'm just communication about everything, so I'm always talking. And sometimes I do need to learn to shut up. Trust me, I know that for sure. I talk too much to even know better. And but you know, tying all of this in is exactly starting with your why and ending with your why. And then in between is confession and talking of exactly why you're doing it, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it. And then and all these questions, all these small steps in between will result into a bigger, brighter, more beautiful life than you could ever imagine. And one day we will come out with our own personal development self-help book.
We are. We've spoken it to the universe,
yeah,
so it's going to happen.
We've spoken it out.
It's going to happen.
And we're going to work on it and get that thing done, so that way we can continue to tie all these hangouts into one book. But other than that, you know, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am truly blessed that you took the time to sit through this amazing hangout. I thank you so much for you gracing us with your presence, and you will always be in our life just for this. So please shoot us a message. Tell us what you thought about it, because we really want to hear your word about it. Yeah? So does that sound good? And confess from your heart. Confess from your spirit.
And maybe there's something you need to wrap up after you get off of here. Maybe there's someone you need to go talk to.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there's some loose ends somewhere that you need to tie up. Why not? Do it. That could be the challenge.
And I will tie up this. When I was talking about those other people and those friends, you know what? Friends come and go. That's life. But those people closest to me, I now have better relationships with them than I ever have. We communicate, and we continue to move forward and be positive influences on everyone we come in contact with. So I certainly do thank you again for taking the time to watch the KnR Fitness,
KnR Show.
the KnR Show, and so.
And don't forget to join me on Wednesdays at 5 on the radio talk show, Curtis Harwell's talk show, and Richard at 10 o'clock a.m. on the Weight Loss Warriors. They're both on Blog
Friday
Talk
morning.
Radio. Yeah, Friday morning.
So she has Fit Talk Radio. I have Fit Body Radio.
I deal with the bodybuilders. Sorry.
I deal with Weight Loss Warriors.
But
I'm not going to apologize about that.
But we deal with you guys every day, and we love you so much. And a lot of nice things have been coming our way, and some people have been saying some really great things. And really, from the bottom of my heart, truly appreciate it, because it does help us know that what we're doing does matter. Yes. Because we really love what we do. We really do. We can't imagine doing anything else, and this is all we want to do, and we just want to continue to be able to make an impact on this world and make an impact on people, because that is how we receive our blessings. So.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? So why don't we, like our boy Maddie says, let's hit the world with some enthusiasm, and y'all stay every bit of amazing, and y'all have a B-E-A beautiful day. And peace.